This is an R Media podcast.
My boys know not to touch overhead lighting. They're never allowed on under any circumstances.
I thought you were going to say my boys know not to touch the candles.
No.
It's the overhead lighting.
No, they know not to touch those switches. They're like, hey, Mom. They tease me with it. They're like, let us do this or we'll turn the overhead lighting on. I'm like, don't you dare.
I'm Elle Lovelock, Editor-in-Chief of Home Beautiful. Welcome to The Edit, where we bring you into beautiful homes with the people who create them. Today we're heading inside the home of interior designer Claudia Lambert, where there is not a hint of overhead lighting. There's artwork as the star of every room and a collection of gorgeous homewares, because Claudia is a self-confessed impulsive buyer who falls in love hard with the things she brings home. Claudia spent 15 years as a couples and family therapist before making the leap into interiors a decade ago. We're talking art buying 101, why there's no design rule she won't break, and why vintage always wins her over. Plus, her new book, out for pre-order now, on creating art-filled moments at home. We've also got a listener dilemma about a vintage lamp with nowhere to go, and Claudia tells us what actually makes her home feel beautiful. Claudia, welcome.
Thanks, Elle.
Welcome to The Edit, to our little home here.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. It's great to have you. We've just been catching up a little bit, talking about our mornings, because you're a mum of two boys. I'm a mum of one boy.
Yes.
And your kids are a bit older than mine. So what's it like? How old are your boys now?
They're 9 and 12. One's about to go into high school next year.
Oh, my gosh.
Yes.
What's a morning like at your place?
A preschool morning is just, I'm a slave. I'm getting everything ready. I'm running around and going, okay, I say this out loud to myself, you got this, Claudia. You got this, Claudia. They're like, Mum, stop talking to yourself. I'm like, it's the only way I get through the morning routine. Do you know how much I have to do to get you guys ready to get out the door? And they just sit there on their iPads, cozy with their blankets on. And then eventually they don't care. But no, they're getting better. They're helping themselves a bit more now. And
that's good.
Yeah.
And do you have to walk them to school, drop them off,
send them on their way? So one thing I was really conscious of in my life was I wanted to replicate how I felt growing up, and that was that my mum was always there for me. My dad was always around, and I just wanted to always have them feel like I'm always around.
Yeah.
And so that's what I do. So I pick them up, I drop them off, Dad picks them up, drops them off. So we're just always there. We're every event, every assembly, everything. And I've sort of designed my working life around that.
I was just going to ask, did that want for your kids make you choose this career? Because you are now an interior designer, but you weren't always.
No, I wasn't always.
Tell us about that journey.
When I was very young, I was like 20. I did a degree in psychotherapy, and I went into the field of couple and family therapy and ended up doing a master's degree in that. I was volunteering in homeless shelters, in the Cross with women, in drug and alcohol centres. Ended up working for a large organisation, managing couple and family therapists and partaking in that myself. And that was about 15 years. And working in the domestic violence space and drug and alcohol and post-separation. So it was a lot.
It sounds heavy. Is it as heavy as people would think?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely it is. And you know how privileged I am in my position, not being from that background. And I had kids and sort of just wanted something to be different about my life, and I needed I'm not good being an employee. I'm I need to be my own boss, and I was sort of trying to work out what on earth that could be, and sort of started this sort of side hustle blog when blogs were a thing, and it sort of shifted and grew magically, I'll say. I don't know how. But it just turned into this career, and then one day I'm like, when I was pregnant with my second child, I'm like, I just have to do it and make the leap, and
you did.
I did it. Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So now it's been 10 years of that.
Oh my gosh. Who was your first client? Or were you your first client?
Oh, no. So interesting. Probably, yes, I was my first client because that's how I was showing what I was made of.
Yeah.
One of my first clients, when my first child was still in my belly, is a client I'm just finishing another house for right now.
Really?
Which is wild. So my son is 12 now.
Yeah.
So that was 12 years ago.
Oh my gosh.
And I actually went to school with this person, and she lived overseas and had an investment property, and I was designing that to accommodate them coming home every now and then, but also as a luxury rental.
Yes.
And so that was really successful, and it was beautiful, and then sort of progressed to more clients, and now full circle, they've come and bought another property in Tamarama, which is even more spectacular. It is just about to be finished now. We're doing the art hang tomorrow, actually.
What a treat.
Yeah, it is. It is, yeah.
I want to hear a bit more about your own home.
Okay.
So we love a home tour at Home Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to take you on a guided tour. Well, you will take me on a guided tour of your home.
Okay.
If I come over, you answer the door.
Yeah.
What's the first thing I see?
The first thing you'll see is you immediately drawn your eyes to the left. So the hallway goes straight down, and there are bedrooms to the left off, 3 bedrooms. And then to the right is always my showcasey lounge room.
Okay.
Which
the good room?
It's the only room. So it's the biggest room, and the TV is not the star. The TV is hidden in the back right corner. So still really visible to everyone and user friendly.
Yeah.
But the star of the show is the art, the lighting, the sofa, the coffee table, all the pretty things there. So it's been through many iterations, which is actually documented in my book, which we'll get to after.
Yes.
But since that, I have just recently done a new version of her.
Really? So what does she look like now?
So now she's vanilla. She is, and not in the worst way. The walls are vanilla. It's kind of like a colour soak of vanilla in the space, but it's got really cool accents and this amazing artwork by Lauren Dunn of Balenciaga look, but the image has been sort of manipulated so you can't really tell what it is. And it's got these lilac tones in it, and it's really beautiful. And there's interesting lighting and a much more kid-friendly sofa.
In the vanilla room?
In the vanilla room.
How does that work?
But you just
kid-friendly vanilla?
You just have to wait and see. I've never, ever bought furniture that is child-friendly. I've bought furniture that I have loved every single time.
And how's that worked out?
Perfectly.
What are your tips?
I buy quality furniture.
Yeah.
So I am the queen of a deal and a bargain and a thrift and a trade and a selling things in order to get the thing that I really want. I am great at that.
Yeah.
That's one thing I can say. So if I really want something, I'll work out a way to sell some dining chairs or something else or other things that I find thrifted and upcycle them, put an amazing fabric on them, or they go to other clients, things like that. Nothing ever goes to waste. But in this case, I sold this beautiful vintage Italian sofa that was so comfortable. And I had an Italian armchair with it too, which was also very comfortable, but it just didn't accommodate enough people.
Okay.
And the boys are growing. Yeah. They want more friends over. They want to all fit in the space. So now that's what I've done. I sacrificed the vintage Italian, traded it in, got a lot more money for that than I paid for this couch, so I was able to buy some more investment pieces in there. But yeah, it's really pretty.
So does that mean you're not particularly sentimental about furniture?
I fall in love super hard, and I can be very impulsive on purchases.
Yeah.
It's like falling in love with a handbag, and you're like, I have to have that handbag. So I do fall in love hard for things, and then I love them and I cherish them and I photograph them, and sometimes I go, okay, I've now fallen in love with this thing, but I don't have room for that other thing that I fell in love with. So how can I rehome it somewhere else, or can I get a client to fall in love with it? Can I reupholster it and sell it? And so that's what I do.
Yeah.
So there are a few things which I've had forever,
Yeah.
but mostly it's a movable feast, and I'm okay with that. They're just things.
I
Sometimes,
love that.
yeah, sometimes people are like, but how do you live with boys like this? And I'm like, well, they're just things.
Yeah.
Why buy them if I can't enjoy them?
That's so
they're just
true.
for people to enjoy. And
Exactly.
light the good candle, use the good cutlery, have the beautiful lighting on. My boys know not to touch overhead lighting. They're never allowed on under any circumstances.
I thought you were going to say my boys know not to touch the candles.
No,
It's the overhead lighting.
No, they know not to touch those switches. They're like, hey, Mom. They tease me with it. They're like, let us do this or we'll turn the overhead lighting on. I'm like, don't you dare. Yeah.
Well, I need some guidance from you then because I have a sideboard that I love.
Oh, yeah.
And it houses a portion of my collection of dinnerware because I'm a bit obsessed. And it's got the TV above it and it all looks quite nice, but I think we could use the space better. But I just can't let go of the piece yet. And I've got nowhere else to put it.
Are you sure, though? Sometimes you just need a fresh – maybe you just need to invite me over and I'll tell you where to put it. I don't think you should let go of something that you feel a strong attachment to.
Yeah.
Because I always think there's space for it somewhere that you just haven't thought about it maybe.
I think you're right. Right, well, how's this weekend?
Sure.
Okay, so we've got through to the vanilla living room.
Yeah.
What's next?
It connected – there's sort of an arch and it's connected to the dining space. And it has – I've had this round viola marble, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's like it's a white marble with a purple veining through it.
It's fabulous.
So it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I've got these 4 vintage wooden dining chairs around it, and they're super sculptural, and I've had them for a very long time, and I found them on Marketplace, and I think it was maybe $150 for all 4 of them. They're wildly heavy, wildly uncomfortable, but I don't care because they look so good.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
For me, furniture is sculptural in the home, and that's super important to me. So that has a big, beautiful artwork. I'm into massive art, so the bigger the better. I do have some smaller pieces, but I really love playing with scale and proportion. And so in that space, there's literally the dining table, the chairs, and this huge, big artwork there. So then off to the right is the kitchen, which is purely just a functional little kitchen. And then off to that is is the laundry.
Okay.
Yeah. So then if you're going back to the front door, you're looking to the left, we've got my master bedroom.
Yep.
Then we've got my youngest son's room and then my eldest son's room after that, and then the bathroom dead ahead. Yeah.
So what does your home sound like?
It sounds like, so most of the time I am obsessed with having ambient music in the background, so just setting a mood. So if I'm at home working, if I'm at home with the boys, it's not the TV on in the background. I've usually got Louis Armstrong playing in the background.
That's so cool.
So it just feels vibey and nice and relaxed.
Yeah.
And I've always got a candle on. I've always got ambient lighting on. Even if it's in the middle of the day, it's just on. And I'm making it feel really comfortable and nice. So it will usually smell like a Tom Ford candle.
Yeah.
It'll feel warm and glowy, and it will sound like Louis Armstrong.
Oh, I can feel myself in there.
Yeah.
I think this is a really good audio tour.
And I love it. I sit there sometimes because I don't work from an office. I'm very nimble in my studio. I am very fortunate in that, and I've chosen that specifically because I want to be able to move everywhere. I've got a lot of energy for my work, and I'm all over the place. I'm at suppliers, I'm at people's houses, I'm on site all the time, every day. So it kind of feels like a bit of a waste to have a space at the moment.
That makes sense.
As I'm growing, the ideas coming more and more into my head. I've been seeing little places around and I'm going, oh, that could be a nice studio. That could be nice. Yeah. And so I think I'm moving closer towards that. But at the moment, there's nothing better than like setting my mood for the day I'm sitting there on my couch. I've got my laptop.
Yeah.
I've got my music on. I've got my candle on. I'm sitting there working away. It makes the admin completely tolerable.
It does.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as romanticizing your life.
Yes.
And I think that's a wonderful thing. People go, oh, that's a bit cheesy or a bit
No.
cringe. And I think, why not?
I've put a lot of effort into this life.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
So I feel like I need to be able to enjoy it.
Yeah.
And that helps me do that.
I
So
agree.
I've designed this life for myself
Yeah.
very deliberately, and I feel very proud of what I've done.
How do you help people do that in their own homes and lives? So if people are listening, they're going, I really don't know how to design a life for me. Where would you start?
So I think having my background in the therapeutic realm has helped me come at clients from a perspective of how they want to feel in their homes and how they want to live their lives,
Yeah.
where they chuck their keys every day. Do they want that to be a moment?
Yeah.
Do they want, the shit pile to be hidden, or do they just need to be able to see that pile to know, because is that their to-do list every day? How can we elevate that a little bit more?
Yeah.
How can we change the lighting in their home to make it feel more like an invitation to sit down
Yeah.
or an invitation to, walk through each space instead of merely just coming in, flipping on the overhead light and walking in and, chucking everything down? It's sort of a bit more of an arrival. So is it seeing one particular artwork or vase the second you walk in? So painting your walls,
Yeah.
anything other than white. Some houses absolutely deserve huge white walls because they may have beautiful architectural detailing.
Yeah.
But for the run-of-the-mill every day, it just makes such a difference to how you feel and your mood.
It really does.
Yeah.
And I think it is those little moments of joy that I don't know, they just make the everyday.
They do make the everyday, absolutely, which is why I encourage people, even your drinking glasses.
Yeah.
Like, go to Maison Balzac
Yeah.
and buy the prettiest little drinking glasses you can.
Yes.
Why not?
That's it.
Because they are things that you touch every single day.
Yeah.
Make them nice. Make them beautiful.
Absolutely.
Make the plates beautiful. My dinner plates have a big giant hand sitting on them.
Yeah.
Like they're like surrealist looking things.
So fun.
Just fun. And they're the everyday plates that you heat up leftovers on, like all of that kind of stuff.
Exactly.
But just elevate it a tiny little bit. Why not?
To be able to create those moments in your interior is such a wonderful thing. And I love that you help do that for people.
And I think sometimes people get overwhelmed with, but I just live in this apartment or this whatever it is, it could be like, those box modern homes, it's like that's okay. There are ways around it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the master of a space lift. The master of it.
I've not heard this term before. A space lift.
A space lift.
Oh,
so
that's
there's
genius.
some people that don't want to knock down their walls.
No.
There's some people that don't want to reconfigure their kitchens, but they want to breathe an entire new life into their house.
Yep.
I'm so good at it.
Yeah.
I've found my niche. It's replacing the kitchen countertops with a beautiful slab of stone that you fall in love with.
Yep.
Re-skinning the joinery a different colour. You can micro-cement it. The things you can do are wild.
Yeah.
Replacing the little knobs. Like Lowe & Co. have the most beautiful little jewelled
they
knobs.
do.
It's like jewellery for your kitchen.
Yeah.
Re-tile over ugly tiles in the bathroom. Replace faucets. It's the smallest things. Change all the pendant lighting. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive.
Definitely.
Window treatments.
Yes.
Game changer. Having them consistent.
Oh.
Painting your walls and ceilings something other than white, brightening them up.
Yeah.
There are so many things you can do
I know.
to a space to make a dramatic change.
Yeah.
Give it a space lift.
Yeah.
Without having to move a wall.
No. And I love what you're saying. A lot of these tips can be used in rentals as well.
Absolutely,
like changing the
they
pendant
can.
lights and the taps.
Absolutely they can.
Get a professional in to do it.
Yeah, get a professional in. Doesn't cost a
But
lot, but
you
it makes
can
a
swap
massive
it back
difference.
to the original when you move out.
Correct.
And you can take your fancy tap with you.
Yes.
It's clever, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
How good is this chat with Claudia? More soon. So you design homes for a range of wonderful people, including some celebrities.
Yeah.
I was wondering, and actually my teammate, she brought this question up to me.
Yes,
She's
go.
very curious about designing homes for celebrities.
Yeah.
How is that different to designing homes for civilians like
It's
us?
not.
It's not.
No.
Oh, that's so good to hear.
No. I get to know them in exactly the same way as I would get to know any other client. I had one text me this morning saying, "How do you feel about the book coming out?"
Oh.
And I was like, I don't know. I feel like imposter syndrome. I feel this. And he's like, no, you need to feel proud of this. You need to own this. And I'll occasionally get like messages of like photos going, if you didn't exist, this is what my house would actually look like. And it's like a giant disco ball, literally. And I'm like, well, glad I do exist.
Who's that?
Courtney Act.
Oh,
Courtney.
now I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
So, but other people just, beautiful. They're not, you think of these people as having completely different lives, but they don't. They have children, they have mess, they have school drop off, they have everything the same.
Yeah.
They want furniture that's going to last and it's not going to get trashed straight away. It's all the same.
That's true. It's just their job happens to be in front of the camera.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the same. And they're usually very beautiful people. Yeah.
So tell us about this fabulous book that we have here.
Yeah.
So this is coming out in a couple of months?
So it's pre-order now.
Oh, great.
Available now. Amazon, Booktopia,
we will link that in the show notes.
Rizzoli, Thames and Hudson, everywhere. You can buy it everywhere. You can buy it in America, UK, everywhere. So you can actually get your physical copy on the 29th of September.
Okay.
But the pre-orders are very much appreciated because it means people will pre-order more for their physical stores, which would be the pinch me moment when I actually walk into a store and see it.
So give us the lift pitch. What's the book about? What can we see?
So the lift pitch is, I guess it's about, it's called Shaping Spaces.
Yeah.
And that is because I see the spaces as little works of art in themselves.
Yeah.
And it's how to create those art-filled moments, whether it is through physical art or furniture or sculpture or colour or materiality, and how to use all those elements to bring a home together and have a layered,
I love these.
Yeah.
So you've got literally how to do it. You've got
how to do
mood
it.
boards.
I mean, it's not a step-by-step guide.
No.
It's my experience in what I have done with clients that has helped elevate their homes and create a very lived-in and thoughtful space that makes them happy. Like one of the funnest things is going slab shopping, which I'm taking a new client slab shopping on Friday, actually.
And for any listeners who aren't familiar with slab shopping.
It's a marble slab. So they have these huge warehouses and they've every stone known to man and they're absolutely incredible. They're literal works of art, pulled from the ground. So it is falling in love with a slab that usually jumps off a kitchen.
Yeah.
So I've said, listen, this is the way we're moving toward your kitchen, but I want you to fall in love with your exact slab. So they can pick their exact slab. And then what we'll pull out from that is the veining and the colours and work out how we want to apply that in the kitchen. Is it a really soft, muted slab marble? And it needs some more drama around it?
Yeah.
Or is it doing the heavy lifting and we need to tone everything back? And so
Uh-huh.
that's where I come in and guide them on that.
Right.
Yeah. So does the tile need to be the supporting
Yeah.
act or the co-star or the hero?
Yep.
It all depends on what they pick.
I was reading that people have to connect with the thing that they buy. And that's what makes them love it. I know this sounds a bit woo-woo, but
I think I might have used that exact phrase with my client. I think
Really?
I might have said, this might sound a bit woo-woo,
Yeah.
but I want you to have an emotional reaction
Yeah.
to the slab that you buy.
Yes.
Because I know for a fact that you will. When you walk in there, you will be blown away by what you see.
Yeah.
It's like picking an artwork.
Yeah.
I can suggest all the artworks under the sun, but until you go and experience that art and see it in the flesh, because that is another pillar, really strong pillar of my work is art. So I'm deeply invested in that as one of the main elements to bringing a home to life.
And is this a passion of yours, or
Yes.
is this something that came about through your interior design work that you realised actually this is really important?
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
It is. I experimented with it in my own home.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is game-changing. Either reframing the art in a different way, hanging it in a different space, putting art in the bathroom, putting it having weird hangs like off-center, playing around with all of that.
Yeah.
I just adore it. And it's where because I'm not an artist in that sense, I can only do so much, but how I hang it, how I frame it makes all the difference, and where you place it. And I don't think art is ever meant to be forever in one spot.
I agree.
So a change is as good as a holiday, you know, like you change your cushions. I've heard you say you have your cushions that you change up and it gives it a new vibe and a new life. So repositioning your artwork collection gives it a new life completely.
Let's do a little art buying 101. So if someone comes in and says, I have no idea where to start. I know I want art. I know I need it in my home. Where do I start?
So I guess what I would like to know first is what's important to them about the art. Is it that they really love the art? Is the budget a huge factor? Is this something that they want to build over time? Do they want to fill 5 walls straight away? So there's a lot of constraints around it. So I tend to encourage people to leave a wall blank until they fall in love with something. I would prefer that than to have a place filler.
Yes.
Because then you never end up replacing the place filler.
No, you don't.
Instead of having something, you might wait a year to find the right one. Then you find it and you're like, this is it. This is exactly where it belongs. So sometimes we'll start with an artwork and I go, guys, you know, after our first meeting and we've done the scope, I've seen this piece of art. And for the concept that we've described, I'm deeply in love with it. How do you feel about it? And they might go, absolutely nailed. This is it. And so we'll use that then to refine the scope of work and as a jumping off point as to where we want to lead the art curation.
Okay.
So some people want a lot of contemporary. I've got a client at the moment, my client in Tamarama, she loves sort of figurative and abstract paintings. Large scale, so and less contemporary work. So we've got a lot of that in the home. And then we've drawn from those palettes to build on the fabrics that are used in the rooms. But sometimes, you know, things don't always work out exactly that way, and we might end up with a room and going, you know what, this piece would look much better up here, and we're going to bring this piece down here. So it's a movable
good to
feast.
know. So you're not locked in.
Not locked in.
Yeah.
And I say that from the very beginning. I say we can definitely have a broad plan. Because in terms of size and, you know, how visible the art's going to be, all of that, we can sort of have our guidelines on that. Like it needs to be a medium-sized piece here or a small piece here. So in that way, it can be restrictive. But overall, if they're really, you know, investing and going, we want, you know, 5 solid pieces, we'll go, okay, well, let's get them. Let's make sure they're all sort of cohesive and they have a language that talk to each other.
Okay.
It may not be, they're not the same genre. They may be photographic, they may be sculptural, might be a vessel, a painting, could be anything, but there's some thread that connects them.
Okay. That's really clever. What do you recommend for people who maybe they've inherited or been gifted or thrifted an artwork and they love the work, but the frame is gross? How hard is it to change a frame?
Easy.
How do you do it? Where do you go?
I mean, I have my go-to framers, and there are a lot of good ones in Sydney, where we are now. And I take it out of its frame, and I play around with borders, different colours. I play around with the different frames. So do we want to modernise it a little bit? Is it an older work? Or is it something from the 70s that needs to be uplifted or have some cool chrome moment around it? So I guess it's what we want how we want it to speak to the room. Is your room more traditional? Is it a more 70s laid back vibe? Is it, where is it that you want to take the room?
Yeah.
So do you want to uplift it and be really focal, or do you want it to sort of melt into the background a little bit more? And so we'll do something a little bit more subdued. But reframing, it gives it a whole new life.
Is it expensive, or does that all depend on the frame?
No, it's not hugely expensive.
Okay.
I mean, let's say for an average size artwork frame, maybe like $400, $500.
Okay.
And then if you want art glass, which is less reflective, that's might add on a couple of hundred.
Yeah.
But like this, going back to the Bondi client, she had this huge artwork which was just on a bit of cardboard, and it was a black and white photo from Woodstock, and it was all raggedy around the edges, and she bought it at Bondi Markets.
Yeah.
Huge, like 1.5 metres by, 1 metre high.
Wow, that's big.
So we restored it
Yeah.
at the Framers for the house in Bondi 12 years ago. And because it was just in her rental that she shared with heaps of girls in Paddington.
Yeah.
And it was all raggedy and horrible. And it looked like pristine, brand new, beautiful photograph. And we framed it with no border, just with a beautiful box frame, oak box frame around it. And it looked perfect in the space.
Yeah.
That has since moved to their home in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
And it's now sitting above a beautiful B&B Italia Tufty Time sofa in this luxurious, pass-through hallway space.
Yeah.
And it's just given it a whole new life.
Incredible.
And it looks incredible. So now
Yeah.
she lives in LA.
Yeah.
But, one day, you never know, it might come back here again. Yeah. So
is
I love that it just
fantastic.
lives a different life.
Yeah.
And I love that for people.
Let's go with that, because I know you love a bit of vintage.
Love it.
Where do you go to buy vintage? And we're talking
Specifically stores?
everything, homewares,
Anything.
art, fashion, furniture, everything?
Anything.
Where do
Anything.
you go?
So I'm a high-low girl.
Yeah.
I'm a vintage girl. I don't care how much something costs.
Yeah.
I put it in one of my fancy clients' homes. I found the most amazing crudely made ceramic little wavy dish that was made by, I don't know, it could have been someone in high school, found it at Vinnie's for literally $5. And I put it down on the coffee table. It looked $1 million.
Yeah.
And she picked up, she's like, Lifeline. And I'm like, yeah, it is. She goes,
Yes.
I love this.
Yes.
And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
See, it doesn't matter. She loved it before she saw where it was from.
Yeah.
And I love that. But then, I found on Marketplace next to that a BB Italia, actually no, Minotti, cube side table in steel. And that was on Marketplace for next to nothing. But then we've got a Globe West couch, which is the family couch, which anchors it all. But you've got these little moments sitting around it that are collected and varied and help tell more of a story and make your home feel less like a catalogue and more collected.
I recently bought a pair of candlesticks and...
Do you use them? Because
I
I would
do.
die to use candlesticks, but I just don't.
Oh, every day.
Yeah.
I always have candlesticks
They're
on my
so
dining
beautiful.
table.
They're so beautiful. I
just
love them.
We light candles most nights.
Oh, I
we
love it.
eat at the table
See,
most
that's
nights.
romantic. That's beautiful.
I think it's lovely and makes me happy. But these
Mm.
candlesticks were like dingy, this sort of dark silvery colour. But I noticed the shape was quite interesting. And there was a pair. And I do like the rule that if you see vintage in a pair and you like it, buy it, because things are more valuable in pairs.
They are.
Anyway, I thought these are interesting and the style is familiar to me, but I couldn't pinpoint what it was. So
Did you reverse Google image search them?
I did when I got home. I bought them because I loved them and they were $20.
Yeah.
And then I took them home, reverse Google image search, and discovered that they were silver plate, mid-century Hans Jensen,
I mean,
I think they're Lily candlesticks.
Yeah.
And so I polished them up because I love a high shine silver and I collect vintage silver. And I just couldn't believe it.
And how good did you feel? How warm and glowy?
You just feel great.
I remember once going into a thrift shop and I found an Hermes ashtray
Oh,
for $3.
oh my God.
I remember going, is that Is no one else seeing this?
Am I being punked?
Yeah. There's some nuts stuff that I've found before and you're like, this is and then you get it home and you find provenance.
Yeah.
And you explore more about it and it gives it so much more meaning to having it there.
It really
and
does.
Even if no one else knows, you know.
Exactly. I love researching the history. Google reverse image search is the best.
Can't beat it.
The best.
Yeah.
But I think buying something purely because you appreciate it, because you don't know what brand it is.
No.
You don't know where it's from.
No.
All you know is that
you like the look of it.
You like the look of it.
You want to look at it
again. And the price suits what you're willing to pay for it.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
and
exciting.
imagine if they'd been restored and been in a reseller shop.
Oh, I've looked.
Named.
Yeah.
How much you'd pay for those.
I've seen.
So it's the satisfaction on top of that of knowing,
bit
my eye
smug.
caught that. Yeah. It's smug, yeah.
What's the best thing you've ever bought?
I was at St. Vincent de Paul, and this would have been like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
And I found it was at the time where that it was that really glam era, Regency
I do
era,
like a bit of
when that was
Regency.
really popular. And there was this little glistening jewel table base that was brass, shiny, high shine brass with this geometric shape around it.
Yeah.
And I was like, this cannot be real. I just couldn't believe my eyes that something, and it was, I don't know, maybe $100 or something, and it had a glass tabletop. And I couldn't believe I had something like that in my home for $100. And because people always say, how do you find all this good stuff? I don't find anything. I go, how often do you go?
Exactly.
They're like, once on a Saturday. I'm like, amateur.
No.
You need to go again and again and again. And 9 times out of 10, I will not find anything.
That's right.
And then that 10th time, I'm like, holy moly, look at what I've just found.
Yeah.
And it's just keeping going back and it keeps you excited.
Yeah.
And I do remember those things. And some of my more, I guess, high-end purchases that have made me feel like, holy moly, I can't believe I actually own a piece by this designer now have been exciting.
Coming up, Claudia gets a little bit emotional about what makes her home beautiful. So I know you've brought something in today to share with us.
Yeah.
The mystery drawer item.
Yeah. I didn't really know how to approach this, but
well, that's the beauty of
anything.
it. Everyone brings in something different. We've had some interesting things from doorbells through to tape measures, door handles. What have you brought in today?
I have brought in, it's still got its lot number on it. I found at Lawson's
I live just down the street.
Yes,
I love Lawson's.
Yes. Lawson's auction house. So it's this beautiful vintage Italian photo frame in brass. And it's got these beautiful curly edges around it. And I've never in my life bought a photo frame ever. And I've never displayed family photos. My family home has always had family photos around it, and mum and dad's, they still do.
Yeah.
And I thought, I cannot live without this photo frame.
It is so cool.
It's cool, right? And I have a photo of me and my boys in it, and they're so happy, and I'm so happy, and it just means a lot to me.
I love this. You can see the laughter in the photo.
Yeah. They're like hysterically laughing. That was a fluke photo. I think I took it myself, like it was a kind of a selfie moment. And I thought, this is the photo that belongs in that frame. If I'm only ever going to have one frame, that's the photo that belongs in it. Yeah.
That is such an amazing frame. And does this work with your style, your aesthetic, or did you just see this and go, that's different?
I never think about that, Elle.
Yeah.
That thought never crosses my mind. If I see something and I love it, I don't think, how is this going to work in my home? I go, give it to me. I'm like, that's what I mean by impulsive.
Yeah.
By nature, I'm quite impulsive.
Yeah.
I have to restrain myself with clients with that. I'm like, let's not make hasty decisions. But in my head, I'm going, I know this is the right thing. We've got to buy this. We've got to buy this. But no,
external restraint.
I know that if I love it, it will work.
Yeah.
I just know.
Well, I'm going to give this back to you. This leads us on to, we've got a listener dilemma.
Oh, gosh.
Okay. We try to tailor our listener dilemmas
Yes.
to the guests
Oh,
we have on.
okay.
To tap into their expertise. So
Okay,
I'm
good.
pretty confident that you'll be
Okay.
able to answer this question.
Okay.
So Annie wrote in and she says, on my last few trips overseas, I've bought some beautiful vintage pieces.
Yes.
My most recent find was a beautiful lamp that I just had to have. My problem is that when I looked at it in my house, it didn't really seem to fit anywhere. So what are your tips for buying vintage and then styling it when at first it seems like it just doesn't work?
I guess it depends on, there's so many variables here.
Yeah.
So does it not fit in terms of scale, shape, style? In what way doesn't it fit?
Yeah.
Because I think, does it need a new shade?
Yes.
Does it need to be sat on a completely contrasting period piece of furniture to give it a new life? So perhaps it looks too vintage. If it's sitting atop something that has also got that age to it, does it need to sit on something that's more
Okay.
contemporary?
Yeah. So go the opposite
Yes.
to make it work.
Yes, very possibly.
Feels counterintuitive, but
I
but it
guess
makes
it does,
sense.
but I think that's how design makes sense to me.
yeah.
I enjoy mixing periods and styles, and I think that's something that I'm quite adept at now. I've had a lot of practice doing it.
Yeah.
So if perhaps she had an idea in her head that it didn't fit, and she had a place, it's going to look great there, and she brought it home and it didn't, maybe she needs to look at, does the wall need to be repainted?
Yeah.
Does the table need to be repositioned?
Yeah.
Does there need to be drapery there instead? Does the shade need to have a contemporary shape to it?
Yeah.
Anything that could uplift the piece and give it a slight tweak in order to shift its personality.
That's so good. So let's talk about your design rules or design rule, because I know that you have a rule. So why don't you share it? Share it with us.
What's my rule?
Is your design rule that there are no rules?
Maybe. Maybe.
How would you explain that to someone who is like,
Hire a
I need
designer.
a checklist.
Hire a designer. If you really, I think you need to work out what you're drawn to.
Yeah.
So say you're a Pinterest girly.
Yeah.
Or boy.
Yeah.
There will be a common thread that comes through on your feed.
Yeah.
Your algorithm will give it to you.
Yes.
Is it the color red? Is it brass? Is it old?
Yeah.
Is it new? What is it? What is that common thread? And so finding that, or is it a mixture of both? Is it heavily color drenched places?
Okay.
So it's finding out what that common thread is and expanding on that. So let's say it's the color purple, right? It's like, okay, well, how can I translate that? I don't want it overwhelming in my space, but let's paint the walls a really soft gray lilac. So it's not too in your face, but then we might experiment with a patterned like velvet cushion or something that has a deeper Merlot tone to it, which is a friend of purple. So then we might look at, could we use like a rouge marble here then as a little plinth to put something on top of that plays very nicely with those cooler tones but brings a little warmth in?
Yeah.
And then what metal could we add to that? What metal is going to complement that lavender, that Merlot?
Okay.
Is it going to be a bronze?
Yeah.
So not a bright brass, not a 70s chrome, but is it going to be a bronze? So it's sort of sophisticated, muted, but still has a strong presence. And so then it's building that palette from there. And then how do I introduce those? Is it through a lamp base that I want that bronze to come in? Is it changing my front door handle?
Yeah.
Is it having a pendant that has a brass element to it with then a beautiful silk shade or something like that? So I think all these ideas are easy for me to come up with, but in the home, it's about how to introduce them and to balance them and not oversaturate things.
It's not about having twins. It's
No.
about having, cousins or friends with common interests.
Mates with common interests. And they can have completely different personalities and still play really nicely together in the playground.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's maybe what my book kind of helps people to see.
Yes.
So there's a lot of examples of how I've used really neutral sofas and then added, like a tiger print gold cushion.
Yeah.
And how that then ties in with what I've placed on the coffee table.
Yes.
And then how that's tied in with the material of the coffee table and how those balance each other out. So it's the layers of materiality that make all the difference. So
Definitely.
like linen drapes, a slubby sofa, velvet cushions, a beautiful wool rug, wallpaper. You could have glossy ceilings.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the shiny and the dull and the matte and the glossy and all the things playing together.
Oh, it just sounds like my idea of heaven.
Isn't it though? But it's like kind of like getting dressed, like and balancing that out as well.
I always say, show me a person's outfit and I can tell you what their home looks like. Yeah, most of the time that works because if you can curate an outfit, then you can curate your home and to have it reflect you.
It's just such a bigger scale and people get overwhelmed and daunted by it, which is why I love the space lift because it is just a way, it's like I wouldn't say an entry level because it still costs money to do this.
Yeah.
Like it's still a big investment for a home to do something like that because you're giving it a big glow up.
Yeah.
You're just not making any huge structural decisions and changes, which is what people can get overwhelmed by.
Definitely.
But they can tolerate painting, drapes, hardware, all of that kind of stuff.
It's not as scary.
It's not as scary. Yeah, it's not as scary.
Let's get back into your home for a bit because we have our own little house rules questions.
Okay, yes, go.
So you said you burn candles. Do you burn them all the time?
Yes.
Or only for guests?
Yes, all the time.
All the time.
All the time. That's why I'm at such a good level at Mecca because
Beauty loop coming at you.
I'm like the elite tier.
Buying all the candles.
All the candles.
What is something...
I need a candle sponsor. I need some.
Hey, girlfriend, same.
Yeah. All the time. As soon as I walk in the door, the pendant ambient light goes on, which is the dimmest humanly possible light. It's called candle light.
Yeah.
So it's so low and muted, but it just makes the room glow straight away.
Yeah.
Then the music goes on. Light the candle. I need to elevate my candle lighting game is what I need to do because I've now seen these beautiful metal match boxes that you can hide your matches in.
Yes.
From May&G Hardware in I think they're UK based.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
They are beautiful.
Yeah.
And I need to elevate my lighting game because at the moment I'm using a Bic lighter.
Yeah.
So I really need to, I don't have it next to it. And I'm like, this is an opportunity that I could have for another little styling moment. So maybe I'm going to do that today. I'm going to put that on my to-do list today.
Excellent.
Elevate my match game. Yeah.
What's something that is always fresh in your home?
I think when you walk in my home, it always feels fresh because it's always clean, always tidy.
Really?
It's just how I need to exist to function with the insanity of what's going on in my brain at all times.
Yeah.
The decisions of being a mum, of managing the mental, emotional load of children, the logistical load of children, all my clients, the administrative side of my work, the hundreds of micro decisions I have to make every single day.
Yeah.
Everything needs to be calm and fresh at home.
Yep.
So there's always the most satisfying, Elle, is when at nighttime the kids have finally wound down. The dishwasher is on.
Yeah.
The washing machine is on. The main lights are off. The candle's burning. The house smells fresh. the counters are clean. You can smell like the Windex or whatever you use.
What do you use?
Earth something, earth.
Earth
You know, the
choice?
earth spray. So, yeah, something like that. And always a candle burning. So it just always feels fresh. My beds are always freshly made. Could not physically leave the house without a bed being made. I would
Be on edge all day.
I would be on edge all day. If I tried it just as a test, I'd probably go and then go, oh, fuck it. I'd come home and just make the bed and go, okay, now I can get on with the day.
So this all leads me to my next question. Are you a shoes on or shoes off house?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever you want. Whatever you feel comfy in.
Yeah. What do you prefer?
Okay. This is interesting, actually, now that I've thought about it for that split second. If I am settled at home for the day, it's shoes off.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be in and out, I do not take my shoes off till the day is done.
Aha.
Yes. So even if I've got a 2-hour slot at home where I'm doing admin, the shoes will stay on.
Okay.
Because it still means I'm in work mode.
That's true.
So if the shoes come off, all likelihood trackies are coming on too.
Yes.
And then the sweater's coming on too because it's winter here at the moment. And then it's over.
Yeah.
I'm not leaving the house again. So if I stay dressed and keep the shoes on, I can still function and leave the house and do all of that kind of stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But other people, put your feet up on my coffee table with your shoes on. Don't care.
Oh,
I don't care. The furniture is meant to
nice.
be lived on, lived in, all of the things. The boys kick a soccer ball around. I don't care. If something breaks, it breaks.
It's okay.
It can be fixed.
Yeah. A question I love to ask all our guests is, what makes your home beautiful?
My kids.
Oh,
I know. It almost makes me want to cry.
steady.
I know.
That is so beautiful. And what is it? Is it the joy, the laughter, the chaos?
Yep. It's all of that in this photo.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're super proud of me and can see everything that I'm doing.
I just think that is so beautiful, particularly having boys to see that a woman and their role model can be so strong but still have softness. Yeah. And you can still be feminine but immensely powerful at the same time. Yeah. I think that's a wonderful thing to show.
Yeah. I think that's who I would probably – I go to them for like, how do I look? Do I look okay? Do I look like mum or like mum trying too hard? Or like –
and
like,
are they honest?
you look – yeah, absolutely. I wore heels once because I'm not a heels galley. And they're like, oh, mum, take them off. Put your sneakers back on. I'm like, fine. I said, I know, but I've got to look fancy. And they're like, we'll take them off as soon as you get home. I'm like, okay. Yeah.
I think that is the best answer we've ever had to that question. Oh,
it's
Claudia.
Real, but yeah.
Thank you so much for coming over today and joining me here and having this gorgeous chat.
You're so nice to talk to.
Oh, well, we could stay all day. I don't mind.
Good. And then I wouldn't have to go home to the kids after all this and saying how much I love them. But, being away and having these moments where I'm being an adult and actively, doing something that I love and I cannot believe I get paid to do is wildly intoxicating and exciting and gratifying.
It just keeps you going.
Yeah.
Well, now you have to go and buy your fancy Matchbox cover.
I'm going to. I'm so excited. I'm nervous about how much they cost, but I'm going to do it.
Oh, Claudia, thanks for coming over.
Thank you for having me, Elle.
That was Claudia Lambert and proof that the best homes aren't built on rules. They're built on what you actually love. If you want more from Claudia, her book is out for pre-order now, and you can find her work and that famous showcasey lounge room over on Instagram at Claudia Lambert Interiors. Thanks for listening to The Edit. If you enjoyed this one, follow along and leave us a review. It genuinely helps more people find the show. I'm Elle Lovelock. We'll see you next time.
This is an R Media podcast.